get tired off you.
So as far as like a similar activity, what I'm hearing is that like he's a failure Deku, even low key.
I can't disrespect Deku by saying that.
Damn.
Deku got heart, bro.
That's true.
Damn, homie don't even got heart. Like
my thing is like not
a regular nigga.
Yeah.
That hit like 17 and got Superman powers.
Yep.
I'm not super smart. I'm like just like middle of the ground. Like I ain't got hands, bro. Like I'm a regular nigga.
Yeah. Think of like if they just went into the My Hero world, closed their eyes, and was just like you.
Yep.
you're Superman now, like that type of shit.
We must pay homage to him.
Yo, before we get into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon. That way you can get notifications for all of our latest uploads and other content that we put on the channel. Thanks for watching. Now let's get into the video.
On to Invincible.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll have to save some shit for Mark at the end, my full Mark smoke. All I will say is, one, I really enjoyed the season. Mark getting his ass beat every episode has to be some of the funniest TV I've ever seen. Shout out to Battle Tiger or whatever the fuck that nigga name was in like episode 4 or 5, because that was an ass whooping I had to watch twice and was shocked both fucking times at how demolished this nigga was. But once again, Mark, you need some boxing lessons, and I'm very disappointed that your dad didn't teach you how to throw hands, because it just is a damn shame at how you can't throw hands. Like, that shit kind of bothered me.
Imagine finding out you got the power of a god.
Right.
And you still getting flexed, nigga. You getting beat up worse than you was getting beat up in high school when you ain't had no powers, bro.
Right. And I'm just like, the fact that you're damn near like, show the Invincible name, because you know how they love to do that every episode. But the fact that you're damn near invincible, and they basically in every episode show you that you can still get your ass beat until unconsciousness. Like, you'll see them beating this nigga until bruises show up in his body. I'm like, he's technically indestructible. Well, he's close to very indestructible, I would say. And if you saw what his dad goes through, it took a while. Like, the whole Justice League took him a minute. That was I would say like maybe the first time.
It was the first episode.
Yeah, that was the first episode, sorry. But like, I think that was the first time I saw Omni-Man in that form of struggle, and I don't think I really saw anything like that since. So I was just like, damn, for that to be Omni-Man, and then you're his son, and then this is what's happening. I was just like, what is your point? Like, I was like, just, you were right. You shouldn't have got your powers. Just be a high school.
Answer this question. How many times would you have to have gotten your ass whooped before you change your name from Invincible? Because I ain't gonna lie, if I came out with superpowers, I'm like, yeah, nigga, my daddy like Superman. My name Invincible. First time a nigga fold me, I'm gonna be like, all right, I was asking for that smoke. My name is Strong Guy. Now,
Strong Guy.
My thing is, if I wasn't caught after the first fight, Battle Tiger would have been the one where I'm going into retirement. See y'all niggas later, bro. I'm done. That name is retired.
Yeah, I'm actually not even. I feel like, bro, before even Battle Tiger, like the alien niggas, I'd be like, bruh, I'm not invincible. Or like Buddy that came by just to come beat niggas up. Really, that was like, yo, I'm just here every now and again to throw hands with nigga. What's happening? I'm like, bro, I'm good. My name's regular nigga. All right, like, fuck it.
Joe, just call me Joe.
Wait, so I mean, like, okay, let's pause for a second, because I was thinking this show is completely different than what it actually is. Like, you know, full disclosure, obviously I haven't watched it, but so we got the main character who's pretty much the spawn of, you know, like Superman. You know what I'm saying? Yet in his superhero upcoming rise, homie just getting straight folded.
He's not a good hero. There's hero with less powers than him that are better at heroing than he is.
The only reason he in the game is because he got Superman powers.
Yeah,
it's like imagine being like, oh shit, bro, we got little Superman on the team.
Right.
His name Invincible. Oh, he must be tough. And that nigga just get drugged all day, up and down the field, bro.
I mean, is it even like logical? Like, does it make sense in the sense of like, bro, you got so many powers, you really should, or it's like, you know what, based on what we're seeing, it makes sense.
Every time he get his ass whooped, it seemed believable to me because it'd be like, all right, he got the strength, but then they also make a point like he don't really know how to use his powers like that. Yeah. Like, I mean, I wouldn't even say my man can truly fly until like the 3rd episode. He still be fucking shit up for a while. So it's like, yeah. You know, I would put that nigga out there to get his ass whooped because I'm like, bro, at least you can take it. Anybody else be dead.
Yeah. So, homies,
get tired off you.
So, as far as like a similar activity, what I'm hearing is that like he's a failure Deku, even low key.
I can't disrespect Deku by saying that.
Damn.
Deku got heart, bro.
That's true.
Damn, homie don't even got heart. Like,
my thing is like not
a regular nigga that hit like 17 and got Superman powers.
Yep.
I'm not super smart. I'm like just like middle of the ground. Like I ain't got hands, bro. Like I'm a regular nigga.
Yeah. Think of like if they just went into the My Hero world, closed their eyes, and was just like you.
Yep.
You're Superman now, like that type of shit. Like, no, like Deku at least was like, I want to be a hero and I have no powers to get there, but like I can still be a hero. This nigga doesn't. There's never a comment about how great his heroing was in any situation. Arguably, he makes most of the situations he's in worse because he's super powerful.
Deku was like, bro, I can't control my powers. Let me figure out a small way to flick niggas, make something happen. Yeah. Invincible is like, I'm gonna go out here, break all my limbs, and get folded every fight.
But heroes. It's like even his non-hero best friend, like the whole the gay boyfriend episode, like that thing, like his friend who has no powers probably arguably put in more work than he did. He was getting beat by like things like these humanoid creations that were just like rabid things. Like they were whooping his ass. And like at one point there was like 3 of them on him. And then I'm trying not to spoil it, but basically the thing that saves him was a thing that just became one of those things. So I just found it like really odd that like this guy who just got his human consciousness, probably he's fought in maybe 2 fights, is bodying these niggas that have just been beating your ass like this whole time. It's odd. I will also say the final episode, wow. The feelings I had from the mindless violence that was going on there, bro. That shit, that was crazy. Like, I'll give Invincible points because I usually don't like mindless gore, like the Devil May Cry, over excessive blood, action shit. I'm usually okay on that in the TV show aspect, but they made you feel it. They definitely grounded the chaos that a Superman person who sucks at using their powers can actually do. The final episode like solidified it, but if you watch throughout the series, you also can see that like, because that nigga thought episode 1, like when the first big villain came out, he got his powers like, oh, I'm finna save the day. He did not. Niggas died. Lots of motherfuckers lost their lives. They kind of like were able to just luckily come back from it. So I appreciate their like realistic undertones with like, hey, if Superman was out here in the real world, probably be more of this than that if that nigga didn't know how to use his powers correctly. And Omni-Man was a dick.
Yeah. I see, to give you an idea, Jugga, I see this kind of like kick-ass, except instead of being on the street, the nigga like got Superman powers, but he's flopping about as much as Kick-Ass.
No, I remember that. No, that was a good couple movies. I remember that.
If I had to rate it though, me personally, I don't know. I just got to give it a decent minus.
Okay.
It was interesting and it was fun, but I like superheroes for them being super. The whole like subverted superhero trope, like with Omni-Man and shit like that. Like I just got off of what's that shit?
The Boys?
The Boys. I just got off of The Boys. I'm like, I watched this shit to like see some campy, happy-go-lucky shit. Like, it wasn't for me today. Maybe if I didn't see The Boys in the same year, maybe.
And every episode that Invincible got bloodier and bloodier, my G. That shit was funny as hell.
Yeah.
I have to give it a decent as hell, to be honest. Like, I really enjoy watching it. I totally get your point on the repetitiveness of it, kind of like when it comes up like right behind The Boys. I think The Boys is like more of an interesting cast. So actually, I'll give it like a decent plus, because my minus why I dropped it is the world building is my biggest problem with Invincible. I feel like I knew characters, but I didn't really get to know characters. And then they had all of these subplots going on. But then when you get to the end episode, I don't feel like a lot of them were closed in a way that was weird. Like, and then you may want to pretend you're not hearing this, Jacoby, but the robot clone thing, the whole time of that clone story subplot, I thought he got Mark's DNA or Omni-Man's DNA, which I was like, that's a much better person to clone, because then you get the superpowers along with it. You know what I mean? And you can save the day. But then it was just like, no, I just cloned like the shitty nigga because I think that you liked him. And I was just like, what? And then same thing with Monster Girl's powers. It's like the negative effects of like her using it and then losing time. I was like, I wouldn't just be using this for a practice session. Like, I felt like sometimes she was kind of like wasting the power in a way where it should be like, you basically should be someone they call it like only if it's needed. Right.
Like, hey, bro, we only calling you because some shit. Because like, once I heard about, like, I get it, her doing it to get on the team, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like the moment I'm on the team, I told them niggas straight up, like, I'm not using my power unless the world needs to be saved, bro.
Exactly. Like, it has to be like legitimate. Like, and then you already have
fucking 3-year-old fucking with y'all,
right? Like, turn that shit on. Like, no, nigga. So yeah, that was my thing. I felt like they had a good, expansive characters, maybe not enough time to really explore them well, and then like not enough like context / world building for me as far as like making some of the things that went on make sense. Like, I kind of got that through like watching YouTube videos to get backstories on characters that I like to kind of fill in some of those gaps. But like the Viltrumite thing, I already knew was suspect from episode 1. I felt like everyone kind of felt that because they made Omni-Man act funny, but it's like they didn't really build on that too much even in the last episode. I kind of got more context from that from other stuff. So I think probably like a decent plus, but if we were talking like masses wise, I think the people who can tolerate the gore in this show will find it very entertaining. Like, it's one that you will definitely want to. I wanted to watch it week to week. I was into those episodes. So yeah.